Welcome to an artist's life. I live by the sea in New England, and I love to share my quiet, simple life of art and garden and home. So I hope you will feel that you can come and join me. Welcome to an artist's life. Good morning, everyone. Una and I are out for our morning walk. The daffodils still looking lovely. The sun on the sea. What's that, Una? Yes, she just wants to say she's the star of this channel. But the sun is out. It's going to be a lovely day. I've noticed that Algernon Seagull, fickle as he is, has turned his back on his little dun-colored, hopeful wife and has taken up with this new little white and gray darling. Maybe he felt he needed someone his own age, as the dun-colored seagulls are usually younger. So, yes, just a simple opening today, Una and I on our walk. And sometimes we like to go down and have our morning beach comb. So that's always fun. So come on, Una, let's pop down there. And here we are for a good little beach comb. Una loves the sand. She loves to take little sand baths. And I used to worry about her because she's such a pretty color as opposed to the wild color that a traditional quail is, but she's actually a mixed color of a blue and I think a Texas white. I forget which the breed is. But anyways, I was worried about her color, but then I realized, much like the shorebirds on our area, when you see her from above, doesn't she look just like a stone? So I think she's actually quite protected. Of course, I'd never leave her out by herself, but she often follows me along the beach. Sometimes I worry about a bird swooping down and snapping her away. But I think she has the perfect camouflage to live a beach life. The New England quail. And now I can see Algernon enjoying his rock while his new hopeful wife is out having a little look. It's just a lovely day. The tide's out. But as the moon phases change, we won't have flats. This may be just about low tide. You can see if I were to walk to the Spitting Rock today, my wellies would be in the drink. But it's getting to that point where I don't mind, although let's face it, I walk in the sea in the dead of midwinter. And there go some morning ducks. Oh, and I had meant to get it. We have a little cluster of eiders, which are sort of a type of a duck. The male eiders look like they're wearing their evening dress in white and black with their white tie, and they make the funniest sound. I should get their sound. The cacophony of their odd little noise mixed with the honking of the geese, which usually come in this time of the morning and head over to the neighbor's field. They have the perfect blinding spot for them over there. Here's our Una, and we're just going to go have our little beach comb. Oh, she's eating bugs, good for her. Get all those sand fleas. And we'll see what we get up to today. Come on, Una. Time for a beach comb. And it's the next day, and it's still quite sunny, a lovely spring New England day, and I'm in the village at our drinking supply getting water, and here's our lovely grist mill, which hopefully the wheel will be turning again this summer, and here's the lovely spillway, causeway, and the herring run to the left that runs from the pond where the swans live. And what a beautiful red twig dogwood. I love these red twig dogwoods. And the lovely sign I always love to look at to think I'm a bit closer to England by our village being twinned with Sandwich, Kent. And I also love this plaque, which is quite nice. Lest we forget, in memory of those who made the supreme sacrifice while serving our country upon the sea and now rest beneath the waves. Dedicated by the people of Sandwich. Just a way to remind us that we do live upon the sea. And here's the herring run. And a scan of the lovely grist mill, which, as I said, this still works, and we still get ground cornmeal from it. And then the beautiful spilling water of the herring run and the causeway. As we're in the village, let's go on and do another little outing whilst we're here. Onwards we go. Here is our next stop on today's outing, Scenic Roots, one of my favorite garden centers. Of course, I say every garden center is my favorite, but we're lucky here on the Cape to have quite a few lovely garden centers. This is one of the tinier or more small garden centers, but it's easy to stop here when I'm out doing errands, and they always have such lovely things. Now they have pre-made pots, which this is 29. Now I often don't buy pre-made pots just because I enjoy the art of putting them together, but they do such a lovely job with the little pussy willows and other little cut bits of lovely spring flowering twigs. I love these things. Some of them make sound. You hook them to your downspout so that the water from the rain drains down then into your collecting system. And it's just such a lovely day. It's so nice to be out. It's quite early for garden centers outdoors here, but it's just so nice from just a few weeks ago when there wasn't anything outside, only houseplants, and to see fresh veg and pansies. Oh, let's see. Now I love Brussels sprouts. I haven't started any from seed, so I'll probably buy a 6-pack. However, today I'm probably, oh, and here's some beetroot, which I love to grow also for the greens as well as the bulb or the root. So what I try to do is I try to focus on one thing when I go to the garden center, otherwise I get confused and I buy too much. So I probably won't get any vegetables today other than something that I may want to use just as a decorative element, maybe something to go with my pansies. So, oh yes, I'm surprised they have Proven Winners annuals out already. I love Proven Winner annuals, particularly the Petunia bubblegum, which I learned about from watching Laura at Garden Answer, but they're such great performers. But it's still too early. I won't get those yet because I don't want to have to take them in and out. Now I'm going to grab some pansies today, and I love the smaller, the little, we call them Johnny Jump-Ups or violas, the smaller or the more natural violet from which the larger pansies were bred from. So I'll probably get maybe 2 6-packs of those. But my main goal today is to try to get, oh look, all the lovely, lovely purples and the different striations of colors. And these would be pretty because I love the orangey peach with the purple. But today's plan is to try to get things for the hot, dry area in the front garden that faces the sea. So though I'm tempted by veg, I probably will only get a few veg just to use decoratively in pots for pansies. So I'm getting a few pansies for us early spring planter, and then I'll try to get things mainly for my sunny spot. I know I won't completely stick to that. Oh, especially I love primrose, and even though they only flower for a short period of time, because I do often dig them up as I did previously in a vlog and bring them inside, I do like to collect up different colors, and there's some really pretty shades here. And all the pretty pansy hanging baskets. It's just so nice to be outside, hear the birds, smell the fresh air, and see all the lovely flowers. Spring is one of my favorites. Looking back at the lovely Proven Winner annuals. Not quite yet though, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before I get into those. And let's see what else we have. Oh, are these... I love kale. I'm looking to find a good variety of kale that is a good cut and come again kale, you know, something that you can really grow and just keep picking off the same plant. Oh, are these Alpine strawberries? Oh, these are pretty, these little golden ones. Yellow Wonder, those are really pretty. Oh, these are Alpine strawberries. I'm really tempted. I have a pretty good collection of strawberries so far, but I'm always trying to find Alpine strawberries because they're like the progenitor of basically all strawberries. They're really tiny ones. They're very, very small, but they're so delicious. Let's see. So let's kind of look at all the lovely perennials we have out here. Now I'm trying to stick with things that are like to be in the heat and don't mind a little drought or some salty air. So I'm going to try to stick with that. As the plants I purchased today, some more pretty pansies. I spied some heucheras over there. I love columbine, but that's for shade, and I would love them in my shade garden, but I'm not getting those today. I love these as well too, and they like the sun, but they need more moisture, so that's not going to work for today. More lovely primrose. I probably will end up getting a primrose. Sweet woodruff, which I love, but again, I usually buy a few of these now and again to keep adding to my shade garden, and I want to start getting more in our woodland, but again, that's a shade-loving, more of a shade-loving plant here. Now this, however, oh, this is Luisha, which I think is part of the Portulaca family. It would do really well because it has the very waxy leaves. It's very much like a succulent. Now I love dianthus. I have many dianthus already, so many pretty colors, and I have some started from seed now. Oh, okay, these are definitely coming home with me. Santolina, or lavender cotton, is a perfect plant for our area because it loves sandy draining soil, it loves high pH, it doesn't mind salty wind, has a lovely scent. You can use the dried bits in your closets and things to keep moths away. It's perfect. I'll definitely get some of those. Ooh, hollyhocks. Now I have hollyhocks planted that are first season bloomers, but I'm looking to get more for the peach garden. That one's actually called Peaches and Cream. All right, not technically for the area I was thinking of, but because it's harder to come by hollyhocks in that specific color, I may grab one of those. Oh, I love the dense Irish and Scottish moss. Love that. But again, not for the area I would be planting, they would not be happy. It needs moisture and some shade here. And of course, heucheras. I love heucheras. This color is very peachy. What is the name? Oh, it's a caramel. I like that, but no, I'm not getting shade plants today. Oh, bachelor's button. Those don't mind the drought too much. They have the right kind of leaves for it. Let's see. Oh, and I love bee balm. And I always grow the purple bee balm because it's a form of bergamot, which I can dry in my tea garden and use in teas. Some lovely lavender. Obviously, lavender is perfect. Oh, yes. Now, this is why I usually grow my ornamental chive or alliums from bulbs because they're so expensive. Look at, there's so many. Oh, scent first. I bet that's lovely. I really, really love dianthus and carnations, and they have so many color varieties. Now, it's not the area I'm looking for, so I'll probably come back for a dianthus haul one day. I love hellebores, but they're so pricey in our area that if I were to buy one today, it would take up a quarter of my budget. They're $25 a piece, and I'm really trying to get a nice little collection of things to start my hot, dry, sunny border in the seaside. Oh, this color, though, oh, it's so tempting. That's such a beautiful, look at the variation of color. It's maid of honor. It's beautiful. I'm going to store that in my memory, but I won't be buying it today because though I love them, it would be a quarter of my today's budget, and I want to get a collection of things. Oh, and look, they have, oh, the Dalmatian peach. Now I have a bunch of these started by seed, and these are $8 per plant. These are the foxglove that bloom the first season, which normally digitalis is a biannual. It's green the first season and then flowers the second, but this variety flowers the first year. So I have some actually growing at home. So they're not very tall yet, but we'll see how they do. And I love to see all the little more tender annuals sitting out today. I love that. That's good. It means it's getting warmer. And this little garden, or this room here, is usually now in another month, this will be full of wonderful tender annuals. It's just nice to see it and feel that air from a greenhouse. Nothing for sale in there yet, but it's just nice to see some of those tender annuals brought out because it lets me know the season is starting to get to be that lovely time where you have those sort of month of fast pace trying to get your annuals purchased and put in the ground so you can relax for the gardening summer. And they also have other things, shrubs and trees, roses, things like that. And I'm actually surprised I have a pretty good collection out so far, considering it is still quite early. And as I said, this is a smaller garden center than the other ones, but I do love this place. So let's maybe grab some things and head inside. And here we are inside. Now their inside is not that large, but I actually took you here before during the Christmas season. So some lovely seed potatoes. And I do like that they have this little corner where someone's curated little things from antique shops and yard sales and things. So of course they cost a bit more because they've curated it, but I feel like if someone's taking the effort to put things together for you, then it's worth a little extra. Look at these. These are really pretty, these sort of golden colored goblets. So see, now that's $30. So that would be much cheaper at a yard sale, but I mean, they've taken the effort. So I like that they have lots of sweet little things that are antiques that you could buy to put houseplants in or do lovely planters. Gnomes are everywhere lately. This fellow is quite funny with a bird on his hat. And again, they, just as at the other country garden, they have the pretty displays with the palettes on the wall. And just a good collection of little giftware, pretty bulb vases, various house plants. It's just, again, nice to be around growing things. Some more lovely house plants. These are sweet, the little air plants as magnets. Such a versatile plant, air plants. And of course, our local farm in Sandwich, Crow Farm, supplies many shops with their goods. All the raspberries and fruit and jam spreads and things that they have are made from their own grown things on their farm. And a great collection of, I love these little pearls. These are great little houseplants. But just a good collection of houseplants and well displayed. Oh, these are, oh, that's a nice size to start. That plant, let's see. So just a fun little browse around. Now I bought a bunch of succulents the other day, so I'm not going to be buying any houseplants today. I'm going to be good. But this is a good place to come, and I probably will come back and get houseplants. And it's always fun to have a quick little look at different containers, because it's always good to have a supply of containers, and even when you're not using them for plants, you can still store them for, you never know when you want to do a project. Here's another sweet gnome. Oh, these are pretty. And of course, Cape Cod. Quintessentially, there will always be things with Cape Cod printed on. Pretty display of more plants. Oh yeah, let's get a better shot of this funny gnome with his green hat. That's probably more a gnome I would get. He's a little bit more neutral. Pretty little items and giftware. It's so true. When in doubt, buy more plants. Oh, these are sort of fun. And the mustachio gentleman and the lipstick ladies. Those are fun pots. Oh, and I always need to get more seeds. I need to get some, oh, and they have some pretty colored dahlias. But I have so many dahlias already. So I just need to get some seeds. I have so many seeds already. And some of my seeds are still coming in the mail because in the US it's been held up. Many small companies have been having trouble getting their seeds out. But I need to get some parsley, some cinnamon basil, and if they have any, and also some sweet peppers, which I should have already started my sweet peppers indoors. And but yes, this is another great spot to get seeds. So let's gather up our items and hop in the car and head on home. Well, I think that's a pretty good haul. Let's just pop these things in the car and maybe I'll have a fun montage of driving home New England style. And home again, jiggity jig. And here's our haul. I did get 2 of these lovely Luisha. I think they're really pretty, and you can see how the leaves are so rubbery. They are a type of succulent, but they get the pretty flowers. So those would do really well. And then of course, I got more. I love this particular color of sedum, this low-growing hedge sedum, and it kind of has a touch of that sort of apricot color, though this isn't going in the apricot garden. I'm thinking of this, where I see where the daffs are in that section there. I'm trying to make over that new border. And then of course I did get 4 of the Santalinas. Oh, they smell so heavenly. Yes, I know, Una's out here with me. And they make these really pretty yellow flowers. I think they're actually in the aster family, and so they actually are fun to use in cut arrangements. And these dry really well, both for keeping moss away, but also to make arrangements with, and in cut flowers. And then of course I did get the little viola, the little Johnny jump ups. I figured, and I had to get a primrose because I don't have this color. Look how beautiful that color is. So I actually think I'm going to do the primrose and the pansies in one planter. And then I got some extra lettuce to put in the garden, and I needed some parsley, so I got a little bit of parsley. And I couldn't resist, even though this is not for my succulent garden, I had to get 1 hollyhock, which is the Peaches and Dream. However, I do have hollyhock seedlings sprouting. Let's just pop inside and I'll show you those. And here you can see my hollyhock seedlings. You can see the secondary hollyhock seedling leaves are just starting there. So probably this coming week I'll start transplanting those into little pots. So home again, jiggity jig. On to the rest of this week's vlog. This week I'm going to be sharing 2 drawings. Now here we have a bunny, which I've already done the sketch, so I'm not sharing the sketch, but I am going to be sharing my filling it in. And you can see this is a companion piece to last week's sketch, which was a hedgehog with a Wedgwood teacup. This week it's a bunny with a Wedgwood teacup. So you can see I start with the sketch I finish, and then I underpaint with chalk and pastels and basic colors, and then sort of build upon that. And I think I'm going to be offering this again. Now, last week I offered the sketch as a free download for 2 days, and then it reverted to a $5 download in my new Etsy shop. I thought it was a fun way to kind of introduce it. So this week what I'm going to be doing is, as some people requested, rather than having it free to anyone for 2 days, I'm going to actually offer it free on my Patreon account. So each week when I do a sketch like this, I'm going to offer it free to my patrons. And then if anyone who's watching is interested, you can go to my Etsy site, which I'll link down below. And it will be a digital download for, I think it's about $5 USD, which is what I have it set at. So I think that'll be a fun way to kind of just offer digital downloads in building up a new Etsy shop. So I hope you like this little character. I thought it was kind of sweet to go with the other Wedgwood teacup character. Now I'm going to be doing another fun sketch this week, so let's get started, and I want to see if you can guess who it is I'm going to be sketching. So just starting out with simple shapes and lines, and kind of drawing from an image I'm looking at off screen, which I'm not sharing because I kind of want it to be a surprise, but I will let you know that it is Chateau Lalande related. So I'm just going to have fun scribbling and sketching out here, and then we can see if you can guess what I'm up to as we get going. So here you can see I have 2 layers open so far, and as I sketch, I like to have different layers. The first sketchy layer with shapes and lines just to get proportion and perspective, and then I can open and close the layers as I need to. So you can see I closed the sketchy layer, or the base circle layer, and now I'm working on a second more sketchy layer over top of that. But then I can turn this off and on as I need to go back to the original circles and lines in order to line up shoulders and eye lines and things like that. And then I have another layer because I'm adding animals, of course. You can see I'm sketching in a little character here, which I'm going to say is a hedgehog. And there's a couple of little mice, and then I also put these on their own layer as well. So this is their rough sketchy layer, but I'll have a second layer for these creatures as well. So I'm not sure if you're able to kind of hint at who I might be sketching here, but here we go. Now I'm onto multiple layers, and I'm hoping you can kind of guess who it is at this point. So of course, being inspired by Lalande as always. And for those of you who don't watch Chateau Diaries, you should check it out. And for those of you who do watch Chateau Diaries, I think we all recognize our friend, our Lalande friend, Philip. And as they did their fun Bridgerton-inspired Easter, I couldn't help but try to sketch him in his Regency outfit. Of course, I took the liberty of adding a hat, being somewhat of a hat lover myself, and I needed to add some animals. So now he has 2 pet mice and a pet hedgehog. So I just thought this was sort of a fun way to do a fun sketch for Lalande, as I haven't done a Lalande sketch in a while. And I'm just doing the rough sketch now, and maybe next week or the week after I'll play with color and such. I'll probably send it as a gift to Lalande, though I won't. I'll ask them to not put it in the Chateau unwrapped, just because I sort of feel funny having it opened in front of everyone. But at least for my viewers, you can see what it's like. Those of you who know whom it is I'm sketching here. So hopefully you enjoyed that fun sketch. I thought it was kind of a fun way for us to give us our little nod to Chateau Lalande that we do love. So, all right, well, that's this week's drawing. Let's get on to the next part of this week's video. Hello, everyone. I thought I would share another fun part of my week, and that is the game Minecraft, which my dear and best friend and I play each week on a shared world, because we actually both have a love of dollhouses and all things miniature, and therefore we meet each week in this world that we've been slowly building up. And I just wanted to share a bit of that, because in a way, and this is a building I've created here, this is a church I've built. And again, I create these from scratch in Minecraft just because we both love dollhouses and miniatures and that type of thing. And this is a little vicarage here I built for the church. So these are all buildings that we've created. One of the reasons we do this, both besides our love of Minecraft, but our love of building and our love of dollhouses, is this allows us to meet online, since it's been over a year since all of the bad things started, that we've been able to meet. And so this way we're able to interact, and we go on Discord and chat, and we're able to talk with one another and hang out and build our buildings like this church I've created and the worlds that we make. And then we can walk around in the worlds that we create and also share our fun and our time with each other. And so this has really become quite an important part of my week, and in many ways, I think I can say Minecraft in many ways has helped me to deal with all the things that have happened in this new world that we currently live in, and that by having this escape, this place to sort of play up on the joy that we both have of dollhouses and miniatures, but in a digital form, and to be able to meet up and still talk and share and laugh and enjoy and create and dream. It's a pretty important part of my life now, and it's something I really like, and it's another creative outlet I have. So it's such a fun thing. I mean, all of these structures, this little city we're building up with the town square and the houses and the little businesses, which are still in progress, are really, it's just a fun aspect and a fun creative bit that I really enjoy. So I figured I might start sharing some of my Minecraft videos. Now, they may not be for everyone, but there is an entire community of people on YouTube who enjoy Minecraft and enjoy builds and sharing those type of things. And so I've been kind of toying with the idea of having fun to do that myself. So I thought, why not share a bit of it with you? And then during the week, if I make Minecraft videos, I'll share it with all of you. And if you like them, you can watch, and if not, it won't matter, because I'll simply also be making my other videos as well. So, but really this has been a really important part of my best friend and I being able to deal with not being able to see each other in real life. And as I said, we both love miniatures and dollhouses and creating things. So this, in so many ways, has really been a way for us to just enjoy our time together, and we're really having so much fun building up this vast world. And I even have another project I'm working on that I'm going to be sharing in a video that's just specifically a Minecraft video this week, but I'm going to post it on this channel. So if you're interested, check it out and I will share it. It's basically going to be sort of me living the fantasy of being able to renovate a vast country place, but doing it in the ease and luxury of a Minecraft world. I just really wanted to share that aspect with all of you, and I thought it would be fun to stick it in this week's video. So look for some fun videos coming to my channel where I'll be doing adventures in Minecraft, where I'm building and renovating big structures I'm creating. All right, let's get back to the normal part of our video. So I will close today's vlog with the lovely, warm spring sunshine on the lowering tide. And look how the sea is lit like sunlight on glass. And the soft, warming sands of the beach across the bay, where in probably 2 months I'll be lying wet-tummied, sorting through my treasures, feeling the warm sand in my toes. The single cloud in the sky, Algernon Seagull and his hopeful bride on the flat rock. Just a lovely, warm spring day. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my mix of things. And if things go well, I shall share more videos during the week in possibly a new way. But as I've often said, if you want to make God laugh, make a plan. So we shall see. Well, thank you for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't. Like if you can. Check out my Patreon channel if you'd like. And also check out my this week's sketch on the Etsy site. Of course, if you're a patron, you'll have that sketch for free on my Patreon channel. If not, it will be available as a download on my Etsy site. And from the warm spring sands of Bunny Hall, remember, stay creative. Cheers.